And the pseudonym, what is the correct spelling?
Hailey.
And defense, you have no objections to those changes of the waivers?
I have no objections to those changes, and we waive the 10-day requirement.
And Your Honor, the word pseudonym is actually misspelled.
Okay. All right. Mr. Cruz, did you review the court admonishments with your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And
Okay, pause for a second. Did you catch that? Aggravated sexual assault of a child is literally one of the most serious charges in Texas. It carries the same punishment range as murder. 5 years minimum, but it could go all the way up to life. This isn't just courtroom formality, this is a life-changing moment right here. What would you even do if you were in his shoes?
count 3, you're charged with aggravated sexual assault of a child. That's a first-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 5 to 99 years or life in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow that plea. If for any reason the court does not follow that plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Do you understand? All right, we can go off the record for a moment.
What's the this?
All right, did you understand you have a right to jury trial?
Yes.
A right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand by entering this plea you were giving up those rights?
Yes.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand if the court, just 1 second, I'm sorry. Is pretrial services going to be able to read this?
I can try to type it.
I can type it.
All right. We're full service here. Thank you. All right, we're back on the record. All right, and did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
He has.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
I believe he does.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes.
Sir, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter the plea?
No, Your Honor.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand if you're not a United States citizen, by entering into this plea, you can be deported, denied naturalization, or the right to re-entry into the United States?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
According to the plea, the state is proceeding on count 3. They're asking that your punishment be assessed at 25 years in the prison. There's a $1,500 fine. There are no applications. There's to be Chapter 62 compliance, and there's to be no contact with the complainants. Did you understand that to be your plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense?
Yes.
State?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, are there any such motions?
Yes.
No pretrial motions of that sort. No.
Then to count 3, how do you plead?
No contest.
State any evidence to support the defendant's plea.
Yes, Your Honor. The state would enter into evidence State's Exhibit 1 and all attachments.
No objection.
Did you review the waiver and consent to stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there'll be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence State's Exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes.
All right. Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Yes.
Yes.
And so the defendant, my client does understand the ramifications of the charges involved. It was very difficult in terms of assessing what was at stake here. We have entered a plea to avoid the inherent risks of trial. The client, we are just asking that the state follow this, that the court honors this agreement. This has been the result of numerous meetings with the state, going over the evidence, and the state has conferred with the mother of the child, and this is a conclusion that.
What did you hear that? That apology sounded more confusing than heartfelt. The judge even had to stop and clarify what exactly he was sorry for. This is where you can really see the tension. Was that remorse, or just regret for getting caught? What do you think genuine apology or courtroom performance?
Everyone is in agreement with.
That is correct, John. We asked for family and agreement to this.
Anything you want to say?
Just want to say that I'm sorry for everything.
But why would you do it?
Like in a way that
I'm sorry, what?
no, I would say like I'm sorry like for
Sorry for what?
like when with the pain that I for her and everybody, the not being a better husband to her, to
Well, I mean, according to the stipulations, you're the boyfriend. You're not a husband.
or boyfriend, yeah.
So how long did you know them before you moved into the home?
Like about a couple of months.
So you knew the mother for 2 months before you were moved into the home?
Somewhere around about 2 months.
Right. And how long after you moved in the home that you were allowed to spend overnights with just you and the complainant?
How long? Like
Yes. So you move into the home within 2 months.
because I would work at night. I'll come home. I work night shifts and 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock.
Well, they're saying this happened overnight.
yeah. at night.
If I may interject, just regarding the facts of the case, since we're discussing this, my client had been on parole at the time these allegations were made. There was a parole hearing at which the mother of the child had testified, and during that hearing, she had stated that
Oh, okay. But I want to hear this.
she had.
I understand it's hearsay, but I want to hear. Yes.
And so this is what I had pointed out to the state when we were coming to this conclusion, this proposed amount. The mother was relying on him routinely throughout the course of their relationship to watch the children because she worked nights. She works as a housekeeper at the Metropolitan Methodist, the hospital on McCullough. And so that was an aspect here where she had asked him to watch the kids.
So when did that
night.
start? When did it start that you were allowed to watch children as somebody's boyfriend that has only been moved into the house for 2 months?
Like for me to watch her, like that was my girlfriend. We've been living like we got the house together. I'm the one that got the house, and
How did you meet her?
through Facebook.
All right, so you meet through Facebook, and when you meet through Facebook, does she already have children?
She already had children. She told me about her life story. How
Well, no. I just want you to listen to my questions and answer my questions. So you meet her through Facebook.
yes, ma'am.
She tells you she has children.
She didn't tell me at the beginning,
Okay.
not till afterwards that we started talking.
All right. And so
Got
when
it.
you met her through Facebook,
Yeah.
did you already have prison history, or did the prison come after you met her?
No, I already had her
And so what did you go to prison for?
for burglary.
All right. So
Never had no.
did you tell her you'd
Yeah.
been to prison for burglary?
Yeah. Because
So-
her ex had.
So you tell her, you meet her on Facebook. She has underage children, and you tell her that you've been to prison for burglary.
Yeah, I tell her.
And then she says, great, you guys move in together.
Yeah,
Okay.
Your Honor, may the
Yes,
state
ma'am.
ask the defendant some questions?
Sure. I mean, he gave it the right to remain silent.
Mr. Cruz, isn't it true that you knew the child's mother for 9.5 months before you guys moved in together? Does
Yeah.
that sound more correct?
Yeah, I know. Pretty much, something like, yeah.
And isn't it true that she had her father living in that home as well?
Yes,
And isn't it also true that you guys met through friends and not on Facebook? Would that be more correct?
yeah, like Facebook, because she knew my sister and all
So you guys knew
That's
each
okay,
other
yeah.
from people, not something that you met online?
that. Yeah, so,
No further questions.
All right, anything else?
If I can briefly
Yes.
ask him, and was it your understanding that there were past allegations made against another family member in the house by the same child regarding sex abuse?
Questions relevance.
Overruled.
yeah, her ex-boyfriend.
All right.
Or her son,
The son, would that be
yeah,
that
Jay.
his brother?
They had brothers. She had said that her son had did something to her own son.
And then what was the outcome of that allegation?
Nothing about it. I always told her you son, she didn't want to go.
And what is your understanding of her relationship with a man in a case where she was a complaining witness for continuous violence against the family?
And that was her ex, her baby daddy. She told me that they had got an argument and she hit him in the car and she ran over and hit the bump and he was trying to put the car in gear and
What is your understanding of their relationship now?
they're gonna get back together. She could put him in prison for 4 years for domestic violence.
How do
He
you know
gets
that he
out.
was going to, how do you know that
She
they were
told
going to
me.
get back together?
She was talking to him. He will call her on
Okay.
three-way from people from prison. I was for a lot of arguing and I told her, why you talking to me? Like, just leave. I'll leave the house. She was always arguing with me.
Okay.
I just leave. I didn't want to get in trouble.
No further questions.
Okay, thank you.
Redirect, or I guess, cross.
Sure.
Todd, you don't know for sure that she's with the person who abused her, isn't that true?
Why? I mean, she was talking to him through the phone. Like
Would it
when I,
surprise you to know that she has a restraining order against him?
yeah, but she would still get letters for her friends. He would send letters to her friends.
Objection to inaccurate statement, a restraining order, would that be a protective order? I mean, that's.
All
to me,
right, if
that's
you could
important.
clarify your question.
Yeah, a protective order, Your Honor. Are you aware that there's a court order prohibiting him from talking to her?
Yeah, but and that's why I would tell her why she talking to him and he was still calling three-way.
No further questions.
And I didn't, that was one of the main habits.
All right. Is there anything else?
Nothing further.
All right, as previously stated, the court is going to find you guilty of count 3. The court will sentence you to 25 years in the prison. Give you credit for any time served. There's a $1,500 fine. Time and money will run concurrently. Chapter 62 registration. There's to be no contact with complainants. There's to be no residing with minors. And there's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. Anything else with regards to sentencing?
Okay, Your Honor.
Nothing further.
All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, sir.
All right, because this plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, we can go off the record. So here's the thing. The fact that some people are not paying attention to their children doesn't excuse your behavior. I have no idea why people will hang their star to somebody who's been to prison, which I believe in rehabilitation. But when you have children, you can't believe in rehabilitation because you have to protect your children. You can't be leaving your children alone with some guy overnight, whether you're in love with them or not, and they've been to prison before.
Yeah.
And so I'm putting no residing with children because ultimately, when you're released from prison, somebody's going to see that you're a registered sex offender.
Mhm.
You may or may not tell them, I didn't do it. They're going to believe it. They're going to allow you around their children because for some people, you're a great catch and they don't pay attention to their children. They don't recognize that, hey, this child is 100% dependent on me for their protection. I can't leave an adult male in the home because sometimes this is what happens. But that doesn't excuse your behavior at all. Do you understand?
Yes, sure.
And you are not allowed to reside in any household that has children in there when you're released from prison. So if you meet somebody on Facebook, if you reconnect with somebody and they have a child residing with them, you can't live there. You can't spend the night. You can't be over there. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you.
And you do have victim impact. So
Okay, sure.
Chills. Absolute chills. The judge just painted the picture. This wasn't just a DWI, this was a potential tragedy. Imagine a child losing their life because of one reckless choice. And notice how the judge makes it crystal clear, probation or not, this is her final warning. Stick around, because what happens next really shows how seriously the court is taking this.
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Yes, I mean, this is her first criminal offense. I mean, obviously, situation she is at right now that the court has her attention. I believe she's going to be a very good probationer, and you're not going to hear from her again, Judge.
All right. So how often have you been drinking?
I haven't since then.
All right. So here's the thing, and I tell this to people all the time. When I was a defense attorney, I never had a client who said, my intention was to go out, get as intoxicated as I could, drive, hit someone. I've never had anybody say that. But the problem is when you go out drinking, you lose control of your normal faculties, both mental and physical. And then you go out and you hit somebody. And you had a child in the vehicle that could have easily been a dead child. That could have easily been a child that was severely injured because usually, and I haven't done the statistics on this, my professor would be upset with me for saying this. But normally what I see, the person who drinks and drive, they usually end up walking away. The passengers end up being injured. The person they hit ends up being injured. You just have the soccer mom or the grandfather who's just enjoying their life and somebody's drinking and they hit them. You're one of those people who cannot drink alcohol at all. And while you're on this probation, you're not allowed to drink alcohol at all.
Yes, ma'am.
So don't drink. You don't need to have alcohol to have a good time.
Yeah, and I've been sober since then. I haven't touched any beer, nothing, and I'm not trying to either, especially because of my kids and my granddaughter.
Okay. All right. This is what the court is going to do. The court is finding you guilty. Are you employed?
Yes, ma'am.
What do you do?
I work at O'Reilly's.
Auto parts.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Well, you know, but now that song is going to be in my head forever. Thank you a lot.
But mine too, Judge.
That song's been in my head, especially because I did the parade for work.
So do you sell parts and give people
Yes.
advice?
I'm a dispatcher. I sell parts, I pull parts, make sales, everything, basically.
All right. Court is going to sentence you 2 years in the state jail facility, suspended and probated for 4 years. There's a $2,000 fine. That will be probated. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's to be a TAP evaluation out of custody. Follow TAP recommendations with the exception if they recommend inpatient treatment, we'll start with outpatient treatment. There's going to be 30 sober meetings in 30 days, 100 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order the parenting classes. Once the parenting classes are complete, the community service hours will be deemed satisfied. Field visits 1 time per month for 3 months. Ignition interlock for half the term. A 2-year driver's license suspension. The Victim Impact Panel, live DWI education course. And there's to be restitution, if any, to Victor Flores. Norma, I need a restitution hearing in 3 weeks, please. That's 3 weeks? Yes. No problem. I was like, are we already there?
Oh, I'm fine.
Yeah. All right, September 16th, the state is going to come in. State on this case, September 16th, that will be our restitution hearing. Taking consideration 2025 CC 011952. Probation, is there anything else? All right, is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
Just anything that what I could do to stay out of trouble, which I still have been.
All right, just make sure you communicate with probation. That's a big start, okay? If there's anything you need, just let us know. Let probation officer know. If you feel as though they're not addressing it, you can come back to court. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargaining agreement, because I followed your plea bargaining agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and does she only have a warrant on this case? All right, so, and the court will recall the warrant. All right, thank you. All right, so, sir, here's my question for you. Are you on probation?
Yes.
So why do you think that if you're on probation, you get to make your own decisions without contacting probation beforehand?
No, ma'am. I've been in contact with my probation officer. I let her know that I was going to be losing my apartment, that I had permission to travel to Fredericksburg.
Oh, and did she say you could move to Fredericksburg?
No, ma'am. I was starting to stay there in the weekends, and I lost my job.
No. See, you're not internalizing what I'm saying.
Yes.
Did probation give you permission to move to Fredericksburg?
Eventually, yes.
But no, before the move.
Well, I was staying there. I was spending the night there visiting, but I was not staying there. I still had
Did
a apartment
probation give you permission?
to travel. Yes, ma'am.
No, my question is, did they give you permission to move to Fredericksburg?
I wasn't-
That's either yes or no.
Not live there, no, but I was visiting.
All right, so again, you are on probation. Why do you think you can just do what you want to do? I'm sorry,
I don't think that, ma'am. I knew it.
but your actions are saying something different. You are not allowed to move to different places without probation's prior permission. When you're on probation, that is a contract. It does you no good to ask for forgiveness rather than permission. While you're on probation, you have to ask for permission.
Right.
Because when you're coming with probation and you're asking for forgiveness, you know what that results in? That results in me getting notice that you're asking for forgiveness, which asking for forgiveness is a violation of your probation. So you need to ask for permission prior to making moves because you're under contract. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Probation. Are there any other concerns? Has anybody received any type of documentation that he is actually now living in Fredericksburg? And then we have on this supplemental report that they made contact with you for 4 field visits. And they attempted to complete the field visits, but I'm assuming you were not there.
I mean, my work schedule had me away from home.
Did you tell them that?
Yes, ma'am. I had text messages where I was communicating with a visitation officer, and I let him know the situation in my work schedule. And I also let my probation officer know.
Here's the thing. I don't know why they would put in their report they're attempting to make field visits if you made contact with them and said, I'm not going to be there.
They called me and they sent me text messages. And
Call you and said, where are you, right?
well, they asked me if I was home. And I said, no, that wasn't work.
Mhm. So that's not, that, again, that's, you're not understanding what permission is.
Were signed on August 25th, addressing transfer to reside.
This copy of.
Right.
You cannot, I repeat, you cannot ask for forgiveness anymore. Do you understand? You're going to have to ask for permission. The next time you ask for forgiveness, what's going to end up happening is I'm going to receive notice. And in that notice, they're going to ask, should we do a compliance hearing? What should we do? And if it's the same thing where you're not following through and you're just living your life, and I know people just want to live their life, but when you're on probation, you just can't live your life like everyone else because you're on probation, you're under contract. Do you understand? So no more asking for forgiveness. You need to ask for permission. Now, is there anything else you need from the court?
No, not this time.
All right. So probation, you sent me this supplemental report, and they were asking for Sabbath is listed on here. So your conditions include intensive outpatient treatment. So have you been doing that?
My probation officer is waiting to get back to me, and I told her whenever we're available to start that I'm ready to start that. I've completed the 120 days. I started to look into parenting classes online and other resources online, so I can start taking
All
care
right.
of that.
So you need to start
And
intensive outpatient treatment ASAP. Anything else?
no, I was gonna finish by saying that I spoke with the probation officer. She said she was gonna get back to me as soon as she heard back from outpatient or whoever, whatever office or
They're here.
people were gonna, set me up for that so that I can start those classes on.
So you're going to start it. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Anything else, probation?
No.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you very much. For your
You're welcome.
You have a great day. ma'am.
Thank you. You too. Thank you for dressing appropriately for court.
Yes, ma'am.